No, 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 no. Ishai, listen to me. Trust me for a second. You can write about healthcare what you want. There cannot be any details because details are not good. Because it's good to tell a story but not to show. Trust me.
So he'll close the camera, but
No.
we want to hear
No,
now.
you don't want to
We
know.
want to know. Ishai,
So I'm not making.
Ishai, listen to
Ishai,
me.
close
I'm
the
making it
camera.
for the
Close,
record.
so
Ishai,
close the
listen to me.
camera.
I wanna
and-
know.
בסדר,
Ishai.
close the
But I
camera.
wanna
Close the
remember
camera. I'll
details.
give you one example. I'm
Give
not
us-
going to tell you otherwise.
Why?
Ishai, listen to me for a second. Close the camera.
It's for me for.
No, I don't want
I'm
you.
giving you my
תסגור,
word.
ישי,
No.
תסגור, תקשיב.
I'll tell
I
you things
don't
I
want.
did.
No,
I'll tell
no.
you things I did and I'm not allowed to
I
say.
don't. I know you from what I see, and I have my opinion about you, but I don't want to talk to the camera.
Okay.
Close the camera from Ishai. I have chutzpah, but I'm not Tzvi. You may be closer to Tzvi. You're his grandson than I am. Okay? I had chutzpah.
Okay.
He did a lot of things, Ishai. We call it mission impossible. And you know you were in the army. You know, there are certain people that take chances, you know, and they write about them because they don't survive. But those are the good ones that do the mission. They are good. They are good at it, and they come and they have time to tell about it because they're alive. That was the name of the game. We were people without experience. We were people that we knew we had to survive or were finished. I can tell you stories that I was told. I was in business and I was losing everything. And I was sent in somebody who is an accountant to help me out. So you know what he told me? You're young, sell your house, and you'll pay up your loans, the bankruptcy, and you'll make more business. Look, I don't know you. I met you only today. Advice like this I don't need. I need your advice that you have learned by going to school, by seeing businesses, and how to do it. Unfortunately for him, Ishai, he passed away at an early age. My business flourished and I continued being in business and I survived. Not because I knew more, because I had no return, no ein lo breira. Okay? Ein lo breira. I also never had any experience or never had any schooling in business. But after this time, when the business was going to fail and he told me to file for bankruptcy, I learned everything about business and about numbers. And that's why I was successful in business.
שמעת? business and numbers.
Business and numbers. That's why I was successful. We were dealing right now. That's why I say that if you think that you can keep up with the young people, no, we can't, because they think faster and better, and we have to run and you walk. We were in the business where everything counted. They give you criterias. The criteria is if you make a mistake and you ship us the wrong goods, you pay a penalty. You want us to take the goods, you have to pay a penalty for us taking the goods. And they made us sign contracts. So at the end of the business, when I wanted to close up my business, I did not tell them that I'm closing up the business. I did not stiff anybody, which means I did not shortchange anybody. I paid all my obligations, but I took back all the money they took from me unjustly. They fixed up a store. They took money, my share, from the business that I did for fixing up their store. There was no signature in the contract that I have to pay. There was water came into the store. They charged me. And they told me, sue them. I was a nothing to sue. They wouldn't even listen to it. I wouldn't have enough money even if I'd want to win. But what I did is this. I owe the money. So when I asked them for a statement, how much do I owe you? They sent me a statement, how much I have to pay them. I took all the calculations by my accountant, what they took from me unjustly. And I deducted it. And I send them a registered letter with a check, what is coming to them. This is all that's coming to you. the other money that you took from me, there was no commitment from your part or from my part. You want to sue me, it's your prerogative, but you'll never get a cent. This is how I got my money back. Chutzpah.
So tell us when my father was almost executed.
Herzke was in the partisans only with Gentiles. But they respected him because he was braver than they were, and he never took a back seat. He fought side by side with all of them, with the best. They went out one evening on a mission, and I don't know what happened. It was very, very hard. They completed the mission, so they stopped by to drink in a tavern or whatever it was, or a bar, and I don't know how they came across a priest, and they were drunk, and they beat up the priest.
Wow.
He was immediately arrested by the partisans.
Why did they beat them up? He didn't know
They were drunk. They didn't know who they were beating up for no reason at all. They beat up the priest. He's superior on him. The superior was demoted. They took off a few stripes from him. But Herzke, because he was a Jew, he was sentenced to be shot in front of a firing squad. When we heard it, there was nothing that we can do, but shivers went through our mind and our brain that he's fought all this and now they're going to execute him for something like this. But there's a God upstairs, and he's our God too. That's what the Bible says. They dropped some people from Russia to try and reorganize the partisans a little bit in a better way, how to find and how to react. And the man in charge of the mission was Jewish. And first thing they have on the agenda, they tell him, there's this Jew guy that beat up a priest and he has to be executed next week in the morning. I want to talk to him. He didn't tell them he was Jewish. And he went in to talk to him. And when they had a little bit of a conversation, they had a reconsideration and they set him free. What saved his life is that this man that was dropped with the other people that were dropped from Russia was Jewish. He couldn't survive. Nothing would have happened. They would have shot him. He was sentenced to die. So thanks to our God, Tzvi was alive to do more work.
How do you know this story? Did he tell you that?
He told us, yes.